You probably know someone like this. They never talk about money, never show off. But whenever they need it, the money's there. They're 50, 60 years old and they live without stress. I've sat across from people exactly like that for 50 years. And I'll tell you the secret nobody wants to hear, because it isn't exciting. Their business sounds boring. Not boring as in bad. They live well, they travel, they owe nothing. I'm talking about businesses so ordinary that 99% of people would never even consider them, and that's exactly why they work. Over the years, I've watched the businesses with the highest survival rates in this country, and I can tell you 20 that almost nobody talks about. Some of these will make you uncomfortable, because you probably see them as jobs, not businesses. That mindset right there is costing you money. If you remember only one of these 20, remember the last one. It's the most counterintuitive, and it builds the most wealth. Let's get into it. Number 1, laundromats. Hear this before you write it off. Laundromats have a survival rate of nearly 95% at the 5-year mark. Compare that to the overall average, where nearly half of all businesses close in that same period. The laundromat industry is worth over $5 billion a year, and a well-run laundromat can generate over $300,000 annually with 50% margins. 90% of customers are repeat customers. You don't have to convince anyone to wash their clothes. Clothes get dirty on their own. Number 2, automated car washes. This industry surpassed $15 billion last year. A single automated car wash can generate between $150,000 and $200,000 in profit annually. Once it's set up, it practically runs itself. People want a clean car. They just don't want to wash it themselves. I knew a man who started with a single car wash and scaled to nearly $6 million in annual revenue, with margins above 20%. His secret wasn't innovation. He standardized his process and repeated it. Zero disruption, pure execution. Most car washes now run on membership models. You pay $20 to $40 a month, wash whenever you like. That gives the owner predictable income every month, rain or shine. Number 3, vending machines. You can start this with less than $10,000. One machine generates around $30,000 a year, 30% margins. There are operators making $700,000 a year working 2 days a week. Their secret isn't one machine. It's 30 or 40 machines placed strategically. You negotiate the location, a gym, a hotel, an office building, stock it, and collect. No employees? No office. And here's a twist most people don't know. Specialty vending. Beauty product machines in salons. Bait machines near fishing spots. Electronics machines in airports. The more specific the niche, the less competition, the higher the margin. Number 4, trash hauling. Yes, trash. The largest waste company in this country generated over $20 billion last year. Contracts renew automatically. Trash never stops existing. I'm not telling you to compete with the giants. Start with a truck, a couple of bins, and offer junk removal in your area. There are operators billing $3 million a year doing exactly this. Someone's trash is literally your income. Number 5, pressure washing. Start with under $5,000. A pressure washer, a truck, business cards. You charge $200 to $500 per job. Driveways, patios, house exteriors. Customers call every season. And once you clean one house in a neighborhood, the neighbors see the result and call you too. You don't need advertising. Your work advertises for you. Number 6, self-storage units. This industry generates over $45 billion a year. 1 in 10 American households rents a unit. Average net margin, 41%. Here's something that should stop you cold. There are more self-storage facilities in this country than McDonald's and Starbucks combined. And over 70% are still run by independent owners, not big chains. There's still room to get in. What impresses me most is the customer behavior. The average renter pays $128 a month and stays 14 and a half months. Some pay for years. They forget what's even inside. They just keep paying. That's recurring income at its purest. Number 7, pest control. Worth nearly $30 billion, projected to reach $40 billion by 2030. Over 34,000 companies in this country, most of them small, local, 1 or 2 people. 85% of residential income in this industry comes from recurring contracts. The customer pays you automatically every month without you ever having to sell them again. And pests, like trash, never stop existing. Number 8. Landscaping. Drive through any American suburb and you'll see trucks pulling trailers full of mowers. That's because it works. It's a monthly contract business. Land 20, 30, 40 accounts and you have predictable income. Low barrier to entry, a commercial mower, a blower, and willingness to work. But here's where most people get it wrong. They keep charging like an employee instead of thinking like an owner. The difference between $40,000 a year mowing lawns and $200,000 is simple. Systematize. Hire. Stop being the one who mows and become the one who manages the people who mow. Make that shift from operator to owner and the business takes off. Number 9. Commercial cleaning. Not houses, offices, medical facilities, schools. A single office contract can pay $3,000 to $10,000 a month. And once you land it, it renews year after year automatically. A lot of people already have the experience for this business. What's missing isn't knowledge, it's mindset. The difference between charging by the hour as an employee and charging by the contract as an owner can mean tripling your income on the exact same work. Number 10. Pool cleaning. Especially in states like Florida, Texas, Arizona, California. Over 10 million residential pools in this country, and most owners don't want to clean them. A technician with 40 clients earns $80,000 to $120,000 a year, working half days. It's a route-based business. Show up, clean, collect, move to the next one. And customers pay year-round, because the pool still needs maintenance even when nobody's swimming in it. Number 11. Mobile auto detailing. Like a car wash, except you go to the customer. A full detail runs $150 to $400, and you can do 3 or 4 a day. That's $450 to $1,600 daily, with minimal overhead. All you need is a van and your supplies. No storefront, no rent, no permits. Do excellent work and customers refer you on their own. Number 12. Scrap metal recycling. The global market is projected to reach over $700 billion by 2032. That sounds distant, but the opportunity is right in your own city, right now. Start as a middleman. Collect scrap from construction sites and remodels. Sell to recycling plants. There's a concept called urban ore, because electronic waste contains gold, silver, copper. What people throw away, you turn into income. Number 13. Ice vending machines. Sounds strange. Each machine can generate over $40,000 a year. Runs 24 hours, no employees. Costs around $35,000, pays for itself in 12 to 18 months. Especially profitable in warmer regions and near campgrounds and RV parks. You produce ice, frozen water, and sell it. That simple, that boring, that profitable. Number 14. ATMs. You can buy one for $2,000 to $3,000. Place it in a local business, a convenience store, a bar, a gas station, and charge $2 to $3 per transaction. A well-placed ATM generates $500 to $1,500 a month. Not a fortune with one machine. But with 10 or 15, you're talking about serious, completely passive income. Refill the cash. Collect your fee. Number 15. Portable restrooms. Yes, porta potties. Every event, every construction site, every festival needs them and someone has to provide them. A unit costs $500 to $1,000. You rent it for $75 to $175 a day. An operator with 50 units easily generates 6 figures. Glamorous? No. Profitable? Absolutely. Number 16. Pet waste removal. Before you laugh, there are over 90 million households with dogs in this country. Most owners hate picking up the yard themselves. Companies charge $15 to $25 per weekly visit. 50 clients at $20 a week is $4,000 a month, $48,000 a year. 100 clients, $96,000. All you need is a bag, a scooper, and zero misplaced pride. Number 17. Parking lot striping. Every shopping center, strip mall, church, school needs their lines painted and visible. In many states, it's a legal requirement. Equipment costs $3,000 to $5,000. A single job pays $500 to $2,000 in one afternoon. Competition is minimal because almost nobody even knows this business exists. Number 18. Appliance repair. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers. When they break, people need someone today, not next week. They'll pay $100 to $400 per visit. Replacing a refrigerator costs $1,500 to $3,000. Repairing it costs $200. Who do you think they call first? Demand never drops because appliances always break. And here's something worth noting. Most current technicians are aging out and retiring, and very few young people are entering the trade. Less competition every year that passes. Number 19. Notary public and loan signing agent, one of the cheapest businesses on this entire list to start. Certification costs $50 to $150 depending on the state. Once certified, you charge $75 to $200 per signing. Specialize in mortgage closings, and that jumps to $125 to $300 per appointment. 3 or 4 signings a day puts you at $500 to $1,200 daily. No inventory, no office, no employees. Just you, a stamp, and documents. And here's an angle almost nobody mentions. If you speak more than one language, you have a massive advantage. Millions of people buying homes in this country need a notary who speaks their language. That opens a market most notaries simply can't reach. And number 20, the one I told you to remember, a wash and fold delivery service. Why save this one for last? Because it combines everything that makes the other 19 powerful. Recurring income, low competition, constant demand, plus something most people overlook entirely. Convenience. We live in an era where people pay extra to avoid doing things themselves. They pay to have food delivered. They pay to have their dog walked. They pay to have their laundry done. Most people still handle their own laundry, but that's changing fast. You don't need to own a physical laundromat. You can partner with one that already exists, offer the pickup and delivery, and keep a margin of 30 to 40%. An operator with 100 recurring clients paying $30 to $50 a week generates $12,000 to $20,000 a month. No storefront, no machines, just logistics, service, and consistency. You don't need to invent anything. You take something that already exists and add one thing to it: convenience. And in most mid-sized cities in this country, this service barely exists yet. The opportunity is sitting there, waiting for someone to pick it up. Combine business number 1, the laundromat, with delivery, and you have a model generating recurring income without owning a single piece of equipment. You become the bridge between the customer and the laundromat, and you charge for that bridge. Now, I want to pause because I know what you're thinking. The same thing I used to think when I saw lists like this. Sounds great, Ryan, but where do I even start? Don't start with all 20. Start with one, the one that fits your situation, your area, your budget, and this matters, what you're willing to do without feeling embarrassed about it. Because the truth is, most of these businesses require you to knock on doors and do things that don't look impressive in a photo, and that's exactly what keeps the competition away and leaves the path wide open for you. I'll tell you about 2 men I knew, same age, same income, roughly $55,000 a year. One spent 5 years wanting to start a business and never did, because every idea he had, he compared to something glamorous he'd seen, an online store, a personal brand. None of it ever felt perfect enough, so he did nothing. In 5 years, he spent over $36,000 on subscriptions and eating out. Money that built him nothing. That exact amount could have bought him an automated car wash, or 10 vending machines, or 3 service businesses outright. The other man bought a pressure washer for $3,500, printed business cards for $30, and started knocking on doors in his own neighborhood. First month, $800 extra. His hand shook every time he knocked. He told me that himself. He kept going anyway. By month 3, $2,400. By month 6, a homeowners association handed him 20 houses at once. 3 years later, he has 2 employees, a fully equipped truck, and bills over $180,000 a year. On top of the job, he's now seriously considering leaving. He didn't have a perfect business plan. No logo from an agency, no fancy website, no $2,000 course. He had a pressure washer, an old truck, and the willingness to do work other people felt too proud to do. The difference between those 2 men was never talent, never luck, never education. It was that one of them understood something the other still hasn't accepted. Boring businesses pay for exciting lives. I'm not telling you to go buy a laundromat tomorrow or quit your job to haul scrap metal. I'm telling you to open your eyes to what's already sitting around you, the opportunities nobody brags about, the ones that don't show up on social media, the ones nobody's selling you a $2,000 course on. Of these 20 businesses, at least 5 you could start with under $5,000. At least 3 you could start this weekend. And every single one of them shares one thing in common. They solve a problem that never goes away. Clothes always get dirty. Cars always get dirty. Pests always come back. Trash always piles up. Appliances always break down. Pools always need cleaning. While most people keep waiting for the idea of the century, the one who bends down, gets their hands dirty, and starts with what they already have, that's the one who ends up with the financial freedom everyone says they want, but few are willing to build. I'll leave you with this. In this country, there are over 36 million small businesses. The vast majority, 82%, are run by a single person. That means millions of people already made the decision to work for themselves. No partners, no investors, no permission asked. The question was never whether it's possible. I'm Ryan. I've been watching this game for 50 years. The question is only how much longer you're going to wait. See you in.